Now, when you look at the crops behind me here, you probably think, wow, what an amazing crop. And if you're a farmer, you'll probably think, wow, they must have used a lot of fertilizer on these plots, and they must have irrigated it. Well, I have a surprise for you here today. I'm gonna take out one of these signs. On most of the signs that you see lined up down there behind us, you will find this written: no fertilizer. How is this possible? And also, no irrigation. This is dry land, crops. They've been planted in November, and we are now in the month of March, early March. And the reason these crops look so beautiful and healthy is because the soil has been restored. The soil has come to a place where God wanted it to be. Not being tilled at all. Small inversions just to allow the seed to take root. No burning of the stover. No turning of the soil. Leaving an organic matter, a blanket on top of the soil structure, just like we see in the forest. There's no argument against this. The Lord says in Romans 1 verse 20, through the things God created, we can see His holy attributes. He's revealed Himself, His godly character. God has shown us in nature that we don't need to plow, we don't need to burn, we don't need to turn the soil. If we leave it in its natural form and allow the stover of the previous crops to be on the land and start off with applying organic matter, the soil structure will be rejuvenated with the life of the bacteria that He's created on all the beautiful earthworms and living organisms that He has placed there to sustain the soil and to feed the plants. The miracle of a seed that germinates, that could be latent and dormant for 100 years, and it's got all these receptacles waiting for the right circumstances, and when it senses there's enough heat and moisture, it will germinate and it will grow into this awesome, beautiful plant. These plants, I feel like they have personalities. It feels to me like they are my friends, because each one of them looks so happy here. There's no chemicals in the soil anymore. It's been 4 years now that no chemicals have been applied, and only organic matter, and most of the plots here now doesn't need any fertilizer at all because of this beauty of the soil. And these plants, when they die off, these plants utilize so much energy from the sun, from the rain, the soil, the heat, the light units. It's an amazing creation. And when this plant dies off, it sheds back into its roots base and back into the soil 60% of the energy that it has been producing. Only 40% of the energy goes actually in the growth of the plant and the production of its seed. But 60% of its energy is being pushed back into the soil for the feeding of the next crop. Isn't that an example of that through giving that we receive? What you see here is a well-watered garden, a 6 by 6 meter plot that's been planted at a very high standard as a window, as a shining light for people to receive hope, to see that this is possible. And these little gardens are being planted in communities now all over the continent, as people are learning how to become good stewards of God's soil. The diversity of what God has made and created is so awesome. Look at this. Isn't this a miracle? Isn't this a wonder of God's creation? This is so beautiful. It's like I'm standing next to a statue of God's amazing grace. And this is what He intended for mankind, for us to enjoy His creation. Look at the beauty and the perfection of it. Everything is symmetrical on this flower. Look at the fruitfulness. When you look after the soil and you can see it being restored through applying God's principles on the land, it brings so much joy and so much fruit, and it brings so much hope. Look at the size of these leaves. Solar panels created by God. Amazing receptacles of the energy that we as mankind waste so much. No wastage in God's creation. Everything utilized. Look at this. Isn't this a monument of God's beauty and His character? I'm almost feeling like I'm standing on the new earth. If this is this fallen creation that's been a garment that's been worn away, looks like now, how beautiful will it be if God makes everything new?